Well, welcome back to the show. Now we have Congressman Ryan Zinke. Welcome. Thank you so much for squeezing us into your schedule. How are you doing today?
Great to be here and great to be back in Montana.
Good. You know, I wanted to just get right into it talking about what I think is the number one concern of most Montanans, and that's how popular Montana is right now. You know, it's growing. It's the reason why you have a job right now. How are you thinking about Montana's growth? Why do you think it's happening?
Well, Montana's going to grow, and it's going to continue to grow. What we need to have the discussion is how to grow.
Okay.
Because a lot of Montana, the reason why we're here, we enjoy the outdoor experience, you know, putting, you know, in a raft in the summer. We like hunting, we like fishing, but it is growing, and we're seeing Montana change. So it's time to look forward. What's the next 100 years going to bring?
Yeah.
And I'm a big Teddy Roosevelt fan. About 100 years ago today, he put in place a lot of conservation, you know, legislation and a vision of America with our park system, et cetera. Now I think it's time to do the same thing. What is it we need to protect? How is it that Montana is special? And look, Montana is special. We are different than Wyoming, the Dakotas, and even Idaho. So what is it that Montana what we enjoy and love in our lifestyle? And I can tell you from a point of view in DC, a lot of the world looks through Montana through the lens of Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. But Montana's a lot different than Yellowstone.
I would say that everyone agrees with that here. Yeah.
Well, you know, even the first 2 years were filmed in Utah, right? And it's magnificently acted, no doubt, but it really isn't really Montana. There's a narrative of what Montana is. Here, that we live in Montana, it's hard to ink out a living. We have affordable housing, you know, problems here. We have high inflation, gas prices. There's a lot that are hurting Montanans.
Right.
But from Montana, from a view in Washington, D.C., I've never seen anything that's not fixable.
Well, you know, you talk about affordability here, and the housing affordability index is at its one of the lowest we've ever seen in the state. And the average Missoulian family needs to be making $160,000 to buy a home in the town right now. You know, is there anything that you think Congress can be doing or is doing to help alleviate that and make that gap a little smaller?
Look, what we can do is look at the basics, right? If you bring inflation back down, if you bring gas prices back down, bring interest rates down, is it affordable here? And the answer is probably not even at that, but the goal is what? Home ownership.
Right.
Yeah, so once you get to be owner of a house, then you can gain equity over time. You can earn wealth over time and accumulate wealth, right? So we got to make sure there's an avenue for home ownership. And we're looking at things, maybe a 50-year mortgage. Doesn't mean you're going to have a house for 50 years, but it just allows you in there and it lowers your monthly payment. We can do more with permitting. We can do more with accelerating when we know we're going to have a housing, work with a local community. This is a project that the government can help on backing some of those funds. There's a lot we can do, but I think we should never relax from the goal is home ownership.
Yeah, because right now, you know, more than a third of homes in Flathead County, for instance, are just paid for in cash. It seems that, you know, a large portion of the homes, people have the money, they're buying them, and then there's a lot of people just left out of the whole process. You know.
Yeah, but you see, Montana is growing. It's how we're going to grow. It's important, right? And local communities have to work together to make sure there's opportunity. And again, the goal is home ownership. Yeah. And if that's lowering the interest rates, and getting inflation back in check where it should be, bringing gas down, and you know, Montana travels. We travel a lot, and the distances are further here. So we spend more disposable dollars on transportation than some folks. So bringing the gas prices down and bringing interest rate back down will be helpful.
It's interesting that you both mention Teddy Roosevelt, conservation, and energy independence. It's something that you're always talking about, and there's a story that's been developing in Flathead National Forest in the last week where a mining group out of Salt Lake City has found rare earth minerals there worth billions of dollars. It's on the forest land. And I'm really curious about, with your background as the previous Secretary of the Interior and the knowledge that you have, how would you weigh in to the people of the Bitterroot who see this as both a massive economic opportunity, but also as a potential way to hurt the place that they love and have lived in for generations?
Well, first, the rush to EV. As you point out, where are the critical minerals being held and who holds them? Well, China controls a lot of the critical minerals and a lot of the processing. So if we're going to become independent on our energy, which should be our goal, we're going to have to increase mining here. Where you mine, how you mine makes a difference.
Right.
As Secretary of Interior, I put a moratorium on a very bad idea in Paradise Valley on the entryway of the Yellowstone. Why there's other mining that I supported. So a lot of it is where the mines are, what's being mined. Is it gold, is it silver, or is it a critical mineral absolute necessary to our economy? We are vulnerable to the Chinese on our critical minerals, but we're also looking at China in the terms of what China is. If you're a conservationist, you should recognize that 90% of the world's plastics in our oceans come from 4 rivers in China. Yeah. China is the largest emitter of pollution on the air. China is the greatest violator for illegal fishing. There's a lot that China is doing that affects us. Critical minerals is just one of the many.
But how do you can say that China is polluting their rivers, but how do you talk to someone in the Bitterroot that it might be their river if this is happening? How do you convince them to say this mining needs to happen in your backyard so that we're protected?
Well, again, it's how you mine. In the Bitterroot, we should be looking at our forests, make sure we have healthy forests. That means we should be at sustainable yield. And
so
we're not.
Strict regulations on that mining?
Well, I would say management.
Okay.
But on a mine going forward to get a permit, everything is looked at.
Yeah.
It's looked at NEPA on the effects, cause, economic value. All that is blended together. And I'm anxious to see what the first part of it is. Is it feasible? Is it not feasible? Where is it located? Where would it be processed? All those things have to be looked at very, very carefully and weighed against national needs.
And is there, just the last question, is there anything that you want to just say directly to your constituents today?
Well, I wake up every day. I'm blessed and honored to represent Montana. And look, I would never do this job if I didn't know absolutely it's 100% fixable.
Okay.
Now, it'll take America working together because the problems and challenges are real. But I've not seen anything that's not fixable for a great nation like ours. So if there's one message, hang in there, everyone take a deep breath. Remember, the good thing is we're living in Montana. Okay. That's a good thing. And as part of Montana, we need to also protect our lifestyle. And what I see is waters of the U.S., someone wants to control our assets. And a lot of times I say, look, how do you think you can manage the Yellowstone River if you don't know where it is? Yeah. And DC doesn't know where Yellowstone River is, but they want to control every aspect of the river. Water flow, temperature, riparian banks, what wildlife feeds in, out of a river. So a lot of these decisions should be made by people close to the ground that live on and enjoy the river.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Of course.